Alright, hey guys, Popo's God here today, and well, this is a different kind of video because that's all I seem to do. This is a video of my hands. So what this is my setup, but if you're wondering what the setup for, it's not for dissecting frogs. Even though we got the X-Acto knife, that's not what that's for. If you saw the title of this video, then you know that this is an action figure customizing video thingy. I guess I should go ahead and show you what I'm working on. Up on the screen right here is a picture of the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Wolverine. So what I've been working towards is kit bashing a bunch of figure parts together. Here we have the Marvel Universe Hulk. I've cut it so that I got rid of the abdominal section, replaced it with the DCUC's abdominal section, and then put the crotch piece back on, and then put a little piece of tubing around it to make the belt. I've gotten rid of the neck because the neck was way too small for what I was going for, and not only that, it made him look crouched over. And for a vanilla pose, that doesn't really look that great. So I'm going to be putting this neck on this body with that ball joint right there. So this is the upper part is from the Marvel Universe Hulk leg, and I have switched them out with the DCUC shin area and foot, the lower leg, and then I gave the foot ankle pivot. And these are the hands right here. I'm thinking about making interchangeable hands, but I can't really find the interchangeable hands I'm looking for, so I might have the claws be able to pop out somehow. But what I got here is like basically, it's something that chicks put in their hair or whatever. But so I sharpened them to a point so that way I got the claw look to it, and it's real metal, so it'll be sharp and give the feel that they're actual claws. But I'm gonna go through later and spray paint these chrome and give it a more metallic feel to make it more genuine and look more like the game. But here's the head, the main head anyway. I'm thinking about having interchangeable heads. It's a Marvel Legends Constrictor head, and I've added ears on there. So for the other interchangeable head, picture of John Burns Wolverine. So you can see that on the screen now. But what this is a Bondi Lino head, and this lighting is awful. So this is the Bondi Lino head from a 6-inch line. The mouth is like perfect for that artwork, so I think I might use this head for that. I don't know yet. I think I might just stick to this head, but we'll see in the meantime. I'm wanting it to be a certain height. We got the Astonishing Cyclops here. I'm wanting Wolverine's head to go at least up to his shoulder, if not maybe a little higher. Because for the Marvel Universe Hulk, he only came up to like his lower chest. So that's why I'm going through and fixing it to make him taller and just more proportionate than what he had before and make him look better. So let's get right into this. We're going to be customizing this Wolverine figure. We are going to be adding the shoulder pads. And then we're also going to be adding the neck. That's the basic plan. Let's get into this. Alright, so we got the figure laid out here. What are we doing to this guy? We're going to be drilling some toothpicks into the shoulders so that way it'll make it easier to sculpt on. So that piece right there, that's the piece we're going to need for this. It's a short little piece. Got here, it's just a little ball, but it's got a few rough edges on it so that way it actually sands and drills into it. We're going to be drilling into the body, but most importantly, we need to be checking what we're looking at. So, got ourselves our handy dandy little phone here. So we're going to be looking at the pictures of what we're looking at, or what we're customizing. It's just Wolverine, just Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine, and what we're going for with the sculpt. So, probably be a jump cut or a skip here, but I'm going to take a Sharpie marker. What we're going to do with this marker, we're going to mark where we're going to be putting shoulder pads. You want to make sure that whenever you're doing this, we're not going to dig into the joint. Got that done. Give it a little mark with the X-Acto knife. Always remember, have parent supervision if you're under the age of, I don't know, super young or whatever. If you're a kid, you're living with your parents, and ask your parents for permission before using a knife or doing any of this because, well, these are tools and not toys. You're using tools to make toys, so be careful whenever doing it because you don't want to be making a figure and then end up being rushed to the ER. Got the Dremel. I'm going to drill into here. I'm trying to angle it. The way I'm drilling it is I'm angling it so that way the armor will be pointing out. And you don't have to drill it all the way through. That's something else I probably should have pointed out. Is that if you're trying to do the same thing, don't drill it all the way through. Just drill it deep enough so that way the toothpick, which is what we're going to be using to set up the support, is at least there. Okay. See? Like here. This isn't nearly deep enough in order for you to get anything through. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's not really that deep. So maybe if we go like a couple centimeters deep, it'll be good enough. But right now it's not as great as it could be. We're going to take our toothpick and we're going to cut it off so that way it's just the right length for it. Not too short, not too long. How big that'll be? That looks like it'll be good. Right there. We're going to take that. Keeps falling out, so we're going to use some super glue as adhesive to keep it in there until we sculpt over it with the milliput. And you don't have to worry about this being like all frailed up and shit because we're going to go back through with the milliput and like sort of smooth over it with the milliput. There you go. He's got a little horn sticking out of him. That'll look good once we get it up and going. But for right now, we just gotta let that dry. And to the power jump cut, it'll be dry. Alright, well, I guess while I'm waiting for it to dry, I won't put up a jump cut. I jumped to this. But the whole reason for me doing this customizing live is because it was started by the great Glenn Webb. Check him out. Link in the description below. And then I'll put a little annotation right there. There. But what he did is he had Customizing Live originally. But I think he's out of Customizing now, which, you know, to him his own. But I thought it was one of his best series that he had on there because it was real and you got to see all the neat stuff he did to make the work of art that were his customs. But he seems to be not customizing anymore, and the odds didn't meet the ends. Or the ends didn't meet the odds, or however that saying goes. But anyways, link in the description below, or click on the annotation right there. He's a really chill guy, and I'd really like you guys to check him out. Alright, jump cut again. Alright, well, I am impatient and couldn't wait for it to dry, so I started working on the other side. I already got the hole drilled, and now I just need to snip this so that it's the same length. It's not, it's just an easy fix with the Dremel, and then I can just come back and sculpt over it. So it's no biggie if you screw up or whatever, if you mess up, because you can just come back and fix it. That's what it's all about, is just coming back, fixing mistakes. As you can see here, I made this one just a little too long compared to that one. So, I'll go back and fix it later with the milliput and Dremel. But for right now, that'll be good. Let's take a look at this neck. Right, well there we go. The neck is done. We got that. Alright, now that those two things are drying, I need another toothpick over here because this one has no ends anymore and I need those for the boot. So I'm actually going to need 2 toothpicks. So let me pull out another one here. Here we go. Set that back up there. Got the boots. Know what we're going for. There are other pictures too, like this one. So I know that it like flips up. And so for that, I might just use the vinyl that I used for his mask. So here's the vinyl. It's nice and flimsy, you know. Can form it and make it whatever I want. But then see, the costume for this is different because it comes around and just flares out like that. But I'm going to take some liberties because I like the way this looks better. Even though this boot, sculpt on this boot would probably fit that more. You can see that there's a line here that's sculpted on. The front would be perfect for it because it's got that V, but back here, it's not going to work for what we're going for. Alright, so we got our Dremel here, and let's look at this boot. I don't know. I think I might come back and do this in episode 2 because I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. Put in the comments below if you got a suggestion because I got nothing. I'm torn on if I should sculpt it or if I should use the vinyl. But for right now, I think this is dry now. So we can take our Dremel and we can change out the piece because we're going to be working on the neck. It's a lot better. We need to drill into the head so that way we get the joint that we want there. Besides that, yeah, it's looking pretty swell. And there we go. Oh, maybe I should have glued the 2 sides together too. I'll do that real quick too. We got the ball peg right there. What that is we're going to have to drill into this head right here. You can see that that's not going to fit. So I could use hot glue, but the thing is that the hole isn't deep enough. There we go. That's perfect. That was exactly what I was wanting right there. That is ideal. Okay, that's perfect. We got this hole right here. We'll fill it in with milliput. But for right now, this is where we're going to end it off. So yeah. Episode 2, we will be using milliput to go over this right here and this right here. And then I will hopefully decide if I'm going to use the vinyl on this or if I will sculpt it with the milliput. I'll decide that episode. But for now, this is going to be the end of Customizing Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more Customizing Live or other crap that I'll be doing on this channel. But for now, I'm going to be signing out, and I will see you in the next video.